Hello everybody, Michael here for Tactica Imperialis with another 40k Tactics video talking about bikes and jet bikes because they sort of come under the same classification as bikes, maybe with a couple of extra perks. This is obviously a continuation of a long series of tactics videos, so if you haven't seen them, be sure to go and check out the tactics playlist because there's a load of hopefully useful advice for you guys in there. So be sure to go check that out. Anyway, I'm not here to self-promote much, so let's get on with the video. Bikes are different from infantry in a variety of ways. They have +1 toughness, except when resolving instant death. So against instant death, or shots that would cause instant death, you use your basic toughness rather than the +1 toughness. This will usually be denoted by brackets next to your toughness value, giving you the +1. They can move 12 inches in the movement phase and have the option to turbo boost, which allows them to move 24 inches. I believe roads may give you a bonus, so at least they used to. They have the Relentless rule, the Hammer of Wrath special, which means they cause hits when they charge into melee. They possibly have Jink as well. I don't know if this is just a jet bike rule, but I'm 90% sure they have Jink. What you use them for? Many might think, particularly with melee-based armies, that bikers will go in and just ride roughshod over anything they come across. Problem is, that's probably not going to happen, because bikers, when in melee, are just the same as regular infantry guys. So you'll have less attacks, and maybe a slightly higher toughness, and you'll of course the odd Hammer of Wrath hit, but it's not going to do all that much. So you'd be better, obviously, not charging in. Usually bike squads have a better shooting weapon anyway. For example, Space Marines have a twin link bolter compared to a regular bolter. Eldar jet bikes have shuriken cannons, whereas regular guys have shuriken rifles, is it? Orcs have twin link dagger guns, whereas normal guys have shooters. So keep them out of combat, because if they're in melee, they're not doing their job. They can't harass a unit, they can't offer fire support, they can't be maneuverable. So don't try and charge in unless you know it's a guaranteed kill, because it's not the safest bet in the world. Also, don't use them, as I said, don't use them charging melee, therefore use them as a shooting unit to whiz around the board and harass. If you've got characters that can unlock them as troops, all the better, because they can just whiz around, grab objective, shoot, move, land on another one, contest, whatever it is, and just be really annoying. Your opponent will have to go after them, because otherwise they'll just make a last dash turbo boost for an objective and take it and win, or at the very least deny or contest or whatever you call it, and possibly save or turn the game. So out of melee, harass, look for cover, because as I say, I think they have Jink for a 5+ cover save. If they don't, you need to make sure you're hiding. Orcs can get around this, they have a 4+ cover save naturally. But look for cover, because people will think, right, those bike squads are going to be quite annoying. What am I going to do to deal with them? I'll shoot them. If you can't see them or you're getting a cover save, you're more likely to stay alive, particularly when the low AP weapons start coming. In terms of dealing with them, because, well, actually, before I get on to dealing with them, I want to talk about the main two biker builds of today. They're not Death Stars, but they sort of are. One is the Knob Bikers, which are 2 wound bikers with Orc bikers with Feel No Pain, +1 weapon skill, usually led by a war boss character of some sort, and these guys, unlike most biker units, are designed to go in and wreck face. They're designed to just go smack, unit dead, and then do it again, and again, and again, and again, and again. That's what they're there for. The other one, because that's a mini Death Star itself, the other one is more of an army build, and it's White Scar Bikers. Because White Scars now have hit and run in their chapter tactics, and I believe that they reroll dangerous terrain tests as well. So they're very good at keeping their bikers alive and getting them out of melee. So this is the time where you're able to crash in, do some damage, and then your opponent's turn, come out again, shoot, go back in, out. And I'm not going to go into a hokey cokey impression. Actually, do people still even know what that is? Anyway, but commonly at least one squad of those bikers is outfitted with grav guns, or as many grav guns as they can fit. The reason for this is because grav guns are brilliant monstrous creature killers. They roll 200 against armor save, they have a fair few shots, and if you take Corsaro Khan, who has tracked this White Scars, as if you've seen my Space Marine analysis video, you'll know where I'm going with this, he gives them all out flank. So your spikers with grav guns are going to just go on the side and then fire their shots. If it's, I think it's salvo 2-3 for a grav gun, so 15 shots in the short range mode. Twin link, you're probably causing about 12 hits. wounding your average monstrous creature on 3s, so you're causing 8 wounds, and that's a dead monstrous creature. Even if they've got like a 4+ vulnerable save, that's still 4 wounds. That's crazy. And that's what makes them so dangerous, because they can cause an unholy amount of damage. I don't think they can all take grav guns, so don't hold me to that, I've forgotten. But they can do some pretty high damage with grav weapons, and it's a common thing now. Grav bikers or grav centurions going after monstrous creatures. It's a good tactic for Space Marine players to employ, that's another point. But how to stop it is really hard, because it's an army that can basically come in on the sides or come up in your face, have powerful guns, be able to dart in and out of melee as it wishes, and have a pretty powerful warlord as well, with his special bike, with his powerful sword, with everything else that comes with being a Space Marine captain. And he's just really problematic, and he unlocks those bikers as troops, just to rub it in. Bike squads of 5 or more are taken as troops in Space Marines. It's bonkers. So you just have an all bike mounted army causing untold havoc. So I think it's a good idea to redress the balance. And how do you stop a biker army, or just a general annoyance biker squad? Well, the same way as you do everything else, really. You kill it. But how do you kill it? You kill it with big things. Weight of fire, small arms, is okay, because you're not going to cause as many wounds as you would an infantry because of the increased toughness value. Therefore, I advocate high strength. At the very minimum, I'm talking strength 7, if you can, because that means you're negating the fact they've got +1 toughness, you're still wounding on 2s. If you've got strength 8, even better, because then you're obviously instant killing any characters in the squad. Large blasts are okay. Low AP is sort of a gimme. And look for weapons that ignores cover, because obviously on the turbo boost they have a brilliant cover. I think it's not like a 4 or a 3, or it used to be a 3, so they can move super quick and get good cover save. So high strength flamers, ignores cover blasts, everything like that could be really, really, really handy for just shooting at them and shutting them up. Because if they get into a position, they can harass units, shoot units down, possibly claim line breaker even. It's unbelievable what they can do. So another thing, this is more of a bike grav gun, or generally monstrous creature hunting biker tactic. It's called bubble wrapping. And as it suggests, it's called wrapping something important in something a little bit expendable, maybe a little bit fun, and just saying, right, you've got to get through all of this before you can damage the big thing. And it's a good tactic. So you just basically take your monstrous creature or your powerful elite unit, and you just wrap it up. You surround it with little guys. Obviously, this doesn't give a cover save in the case of the big guys, but at the very least it means that the guys can't get close enough to get a load of shots in at rapid fire range, and it will limit the amount of shots obviously that you're going to take. Plus, if they want to get into close range, they're going to get immediately assaulted by the onrush of little guys. So Tyranids can get around the cover problem by using venom thropes, which give everybody shrouded. Easy peasy, really simple. So always look to give out cover saves if you can. Invulnerable saves would be even better. Things like psychic powers can be quite useful for giving them out. Maybe, I'm not sure if there are any powers that actually do that. But just generally things that can help keep you alive from this powerful unit so that you can mount a counter-strike. Because if you let the biker squad have its play and run around and shoot, it will cause a serious amount of damage. It will pick up line breaker. So what you've got to do is you've got to get it in melee. Bog it down. Stop it from running wings around you. Running rings, not running wings. So get at it, get in its face, and force it into an assault. Obviously, this means you may need to bait it with an expendable unit, get in its way, force it to assault you, and then you can just come in with another unit, bog it down. Beware with the non-biker star on this, because obviously that will be able to take those hits, probably with 4+ in armour, 5+ invulnerables, 5+ Feel No Pains, 2 wounds. They can take it and then dish it back with an unholy amount of damage. It's crazy how much they can do. So, in summary, with biker players, so look for cover if you need it. Try and stay out of melee, try and play harassment tactics, look for line breaker, that's what you're designed to do. If you've got troop units, there's them all the better, and try and make them troops if you can, because they can be really handy that way. So to dealing with them, high strength weaponry is better than small arms, but don't negate small arms, because it could be useful still. Bubble wrapping / distraction units to force a melee. Give out cover and invulnerables where you can, because they're obviously very useful to you. This video will be up on YouTube on Thursday. I will have the Dark Eldar Codex after that. I will be looking at the Fast Attack section. I will then probably do another 40k stories video. I'm probably going to run out of Heresy stuff for now until I can refresh my data bank, so to speak. So in which case I will take a look at some of the more modern 40k, so some of the big ones. Maybe I'll do a mini-series on Armageddon, for example. Anyway, that's for the future. So be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned, check out the playlist for tactics if you haven't already. Be sure to subscribe, I really appreciate it. Any comments, please feel free to leave them. I do read them all. So please, I'd love to hear from you. Thank you again for watching. My name is Michael, and I will